The three wise men will soon be here.
Old Janicka's boys, Balthazar has just texted.
Well, what did he say?
He can't make it.
Are you joking?
Other two can't either.
No, we're going to have to do it ourselves, aren't we?
Suppose so.
Fine by me.
You ever podcasted before?
No.
Me neither. Let's
Be
do
fine.
it. Let's do it.
Welcome, fellow traveller into the unknown, to the return of the Three Wise Men Couldn't Make It podcast. The podcast where three fucking morons discuss various topics and how they would approach them. This time, things are different, my friend. This time, the subject is how to survive a haunted house, and the boys will be joined by me, Bob Bassive Malls. A cult expert and investigator, a poet, a traveller into the void, an enigma, the highly sexual prophet of the dark. Excuse me, I have an itchy bellend. Excuse me. I've got a bit of fucking spliffy cum in my mouth. For this episode,
Where's this going?
I'm a dark poet, mate. I say what comes to my mind. For this episode, we'll be playing out a dark scenario. Can the boys survive in a haunted environment? Are they capable of living in absolute terror? I'll be using true life scenarios to push these cunts to the limit of their imaginations, and let's see what falls out of them. So I'd like to introduce my fellow warriors of the dark. Rich, a proud explorer of the depths. What preparations have you made for this, my friend?
Hello, Bob. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Preparations, basically, I watched Ghostbusters. Is that...
It's fucking fake, mate.
No, boy.
Real life isn't like that. Real life is dark.
Well, I thought them sort of things they used all existed. Don't you go round
You're
with
suggesting
laser
taking
beams
a
and
fucking vacuum cleaner into a haunted
plasma?
house?
It's plasma beams and all that shit. Surely.
No, that's
None of that's real.
Not real, mate.
Oh, shit.
Not a real traveller. Carl, you are obviously a real traveller into the depths.
I am.
What preparations have you made, my friend?
Oh, well, I've got...
Moving on to Rich. You really think Ghostbusters is real?
I think Ghostbusters is real.
Okay.
I thought it was based on a real story.
It's not.
No?
No, not at all. Carl, sorry. I was speaking to someone more interesting. Go ahead.
I don't even know what I'm on about now.
What preparations you've made?
I've made so
You
much...
jumped up, little arsehole.
I've made so much preparation. You have to just wait until whatever comes next. I'll tell you what I've prepped.
Excellent.
Don't give anything away then.
No, I'm not. I'm going to keep it all secret for now.
Yeah, in case I jump on the bandwagon and,
Yeah, and he-
start
and he's-
pinching ideas.
And he steals my ideas.
I believe you've had trouble with a previous colleague of mine,
I have.
Mr. Barry Haston.
I have. Mr.
Yes, we
Barry
have,
Asted, yeah. Oh, you know...
Fellow warrior.
You
yes.
know Barry Asted?
Yes.
How did you meet Alan von Barry Asted?
Well, down the pub, obviously. Massive sesh, you know. A few spliffs.
So who's the better explorer? You?
Well, I think I am, obviously. I mean,
Right.
there are limits to the cryptids, aren't there?
Yeah.
There's only so many times you can say you've seen a death worm and it's actually fuck all. Am I correct? How many of these fucking programs have you seen on the TV hunting for Bigfoot? Huh?
So many.
Just so many. And they're all shit. Right, move on. So let's get our heads into the fucking game. Let's stop talking about Barry Hastards and vacuum cleaners. Yourself, Carl, this is the scenario.
Yes.
You're going to be fed scenarios based on true life situations, but you're going to have to insert yourself into this scenario and live it.
So is it again?
It's a game.
Is it me versus Rich?
It's you versus Rich. Whoever comes up with the most acceptable solution to the problems I'm going to face you with.
I've got a feeling Carl's going to be getting left in the path of danger on quite a few occasions.
It's quite possible.
Used as bait.
Used as bait or thrown into the direction of some vortex that's coming out the wall or something.
Excuse me, I'm going to have trouble with my vortex here. God, it's itchy. Yes, here's the scenario. Yourself, Carl, and your hetero life mate Rich have decided to buy a house together.
Oh yes.
But
Where-
there are
where-
issues. There are supernatural issues. Mm-hmm. You boys are going to have to think around your problems, and I'll use my powers to determine the victor in each scenario. The winner receives a signed photo of me
Yes.
and a vial of my semen.
Yes. Boom. I'm winning this.
And a scratch of your vortex as well.
I'm sorry, my vortex and my jab end are terribly itchy. Moving on.
Is this main topic next?
Main fucking topic.
Main topic.
Main fucking topic. Oh, that is disgusting. Have you ever seen anything look like that? There's blood in there, boys.
Oh,
Never.
Jesus.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah, it's very unpleasant. I need to get that checked out.
He's spitting all this around the stable as well.
Looks a bit like Slimer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my ectoplasm, boys. Now, let's concentrate.
Okay.
Just don't slip in it.
Okay.
I'll keep that for later. Okay, the mystery. Has anyone heard of the Amityville Horror?
Yes.
Richard, tell me what you know.
All I know about the Amityville Horror is it is a film.
Correct.
The house appears in Jaws in the background
It does, actually.
because they're filming it in that wherever that was, something hill was it?
Yes.
And there's a song from the 80s called Amityville, The House on the Hill by who sung it? No.
No idea.
Anyway, I heard it the other day, which
shit.
was mental. You've mentioned that because the first time I heard it was when I was 10, and that was the last time I heard it until 2 days ago.
The power of coincidence, my friend.
Mental. So that's all
The
I know
dark
about
gods are whirling around this shed even now.
it. They are.
I've never seen it ever.
It's a very famous haunting.
I've never seen it, but I know of it.
It is.
Sorry.
It's apparently it's an allegedly real haunting.
And where is
In
it?
Amityville in America. 1974, a lunatic named Ronald DeFeo murdered his entire family where they slept in their beds. That bit is true.
Was it one big bed?
No. That's the weird part, Carl. They were all in separate beds, and he murdered them with a shotgun.
And they all slept through.
And they all slept through until they were blown into bloody pieces.
But they were going to get killed anyway because they were going to go swimming and the shark, Jaws is in the...
Big fucking shark was going to eat them.
So,
But anyway, people moved in later on. The Lutz family moved in shortly after, and that was the subject of the movie. They experienced a terrifying haunting, include a husband being possessed, black slime dripping down the walls, a sinister talking pig, and doors flying off the hinges.
Talking pig?
Ah, yes,
pig.
a talking pig.
Porky the pig.
What is
I say.
what are you on about?
That's the one.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Oh, yeah, I know you're on about.
Yeah, but I'm
Porky
taking a
the pig.
look.
Yeah, I know you're on about.
Sorry.
I guess,
Well,
I guess it wasn't that kind of talking pig.
It wasn't. It was a sinister talking pig, my friend. Here's the scenario. You've moved in together. You're all happy. It's your new house. You've unpacked all your stuff. Carl's
Just to
probably
interject,
got
are we
loads of Funko
lovers?
fucking pops.
Oh, we're just
No,
friends.
you're hetero life mates.
Yeah, so we're just friends.
Yeah.
Right, fuck you then. I was happy with that. Carry on.
One snowy night, Carl hears a scratching at his bedroom window. He's busy flicking through Grindr on his phone and he sees two glowing eyes. And hears a pig-like snort. Hello. My name is Jody. Jody the pig. Can I come in, Carl? Bear in mind you're on the first floor. What do you do?
Okay, so I see the eyes in the window.
You see the eyes in the window?
Is that the pig?
Well, you'll find out when you open the window,
I
won't
would.
you?
Well, first of all, I would probably.
Rich is passing by the door.
It's not
He
fucking
can
me.
hear
That's,
this.
I'm not at all.
So what I'll do. So we're in separate. I assume we're in separate rooms, aren't we?
Correct.
So I'll go to the window. I'll close the curtains, but just. You know when you go to the cinema and you see a really scary film and you cover your eyes, but you crack your fingers slightly, even though you're still looking
still looking
outside.
at it.
But it gives you. It
I do the
tricks your
same
mind.
thing when my
Yeah.
wife takes her knickers off.
I'd do that with the curtains, and I'd just peep out to see if the eyes were there, and if they were there, and then
They are there.
they are. So they're,
Let me in, Carl. Let me in. I want to suck you.
I'd lock the window, make sure you can't get in, close the sheets, and then what I'll do is I'll go back into my bed and I'd get like a mop and I'd prop it in the middle of the bed and make like a teepee, and then I'll get my little flashlight out and I'll do, oh, is it gonna come? And then hopefully it doesn't, but I've got a nice little teepee to remember
I
the
wouldn't
moment.
need a fucking mop to make a TP in there.
But yeah, I'd do the classic thing where you get a book and you've got your flashlight, and then you look,
Flashlight?
you're reading the book and you've got a little teepee and you're just waiting to hear the little scratches.
Oh,
And then eventually if it does come in,
sucky, sucky.
I'd get the mop and I'd just start smacking it with the mop.
If it comes in. What
Yeah.
are you doing, Rich?
My
You can hear this commotion outside the door.
I'm already thinking to myself, Cole is in trouble. Hopefully, that's as far as it's going to go. I won't have to deal
I know
with
where
this.
this is going.
Cole is going to end up. This pig is outside Cole's window now.
Correct.
So
It's walked up the wall.
I've heard all this going on. So I'm in the corridor. So I've run downstairs, and we've got an outhouse, haven't we? Or there must be some sort of work shed,
very
tool shed.
pleasant tool shed. Yes.
And right, I've got hammer. I've got
Yes.
some nails.
Yes.
I've got some fucking wood, pieces
Yeah.
of wood. I fucking run back up the stairs.
I know where this is going.
And I fucking nail the wood over the fucking door. So Carl can't get, a bit like in Signs, Carl can't fucking get back out of that room now. So he's trapped in that room. And I sit and wait it out. Basically. And you knew that was coming, and you know I'm such a coward. I'm not going to go and attempt to save him. He can fucking sit in his wigwam.
I feel there's a pattern here. You'll be able to
Is the pig not going to his window? Is it at my window?
It's at your window.
Oh, then I'm fucked, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's trapped you in there with a satanic pig, my friend.
Well, he clearly wins, doesn't he?
He clearly wins.
I won on the terms that I wasn't in that room at the time. And Carl was.
Well, I think the win goes to Rich.
Yes, I think.
Using common sense and abject cowardice.
Once
Once again, my cowardice prevails, and I win.
Okay. All right,
Because
okay.
if Jody came in,
Yeah.
Sucky.
what's a mop going to do?
This is like almost like the Three Little Pigs in reverse.
Yes.
There's the pig is shouting, "Let me in, let me in."
Let me in. Let me suck you.
Calls the wolf, but he's fucked because he's not got any fucking teeth and
Claws or legs.
or anything. Just a fucking mop. He's just got a mop
And a book.
and a book and
And a
a
phone
sheet.
set to grinder.
And
In 1974, by the way, which I didn't think through very much today.
Yeah, I think Rich has won that. Yeah. Didn't really.
I'd say points go to Rich for the Amityville horror.
Round one to Rich then.
Round one to Rich.
Okay. Right.
This is a 5-round game, people.
Okay.
I'm just going to get me hammer, get me nails out, and get the fucking sheets of wood off the next one.
I'm first this time.
I feel there's a theme here. Now, scenario 2, you've all heard of Annabelle.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
What do you know about Annabelle, Carl,
Oh,
you
I'm-
little fuck?
Bob is mean, isn't he?
He is mean.
I'm just a truth teller.
Well, I know.
A poet.
I know. Obviously, it
dark
became
poet.
popular with the
Dark
films,
poet.
but it's like was that like an Annie?
It's like a doll.
What's
It's
it?
an Annie doll?
No, what's
What's
it?
one of those?
Something rag doll. What is it? Agadi. What's it called?
Agadi
A
Raggy.
raggedy doll.
Yeah, whatever it is. But
Raggedy
it's called
Annie?
some art in it.
Raggy doll.
A doll.
It's
Yeah,
a rag doll.
but it was like it wasn't like the films. But it was like
No,
a proper like
it's a rag
plushy
doll.
kind of Raggedy Ann. Yeah, Raggedy Ann. Yeah, I've got it right.
You
Yeah,
said Agadi Ran.
whatever it is. But I know
Fucking
like
illiterate cunt. Go on.
I know like it was kept in this house by a woman, and then it later got messed around with whatever happened, and then went back into like cased in it, and it's like in a secure place now, isn't it?
Well, it was kept in a house by a woman and messed around with is a very good description of fucking nothing. Rich, do you know anything about Annabelle?
I don't know much more than Carl, I'll be honest. I know it's a doll that moves. Does it move its head? I can see it in my mind now. Isn't it got more of a plasticky head though than a
In the
raggy doll?
films, yes, but in the
In the-
reality,
In reality, it was
rag
a raggedy doll.
See, I know more than this prick. Told you.
You the one
No,
slightly more than this prick.
do you know anything about
So
this?
I-
Yes, I know a lot
That's as
about
much as I
Annabelle.
know.
Annabelle.
Sorry.
Annabelle, also the name of my ex-wife, is a blood-sucking hell bitch. The whore took all of my money. Anyway, I didn't have many friends then.
Oh, didn't you?
No, I was impoverished.
Do you have many friends now?
Not really.
I wonder why, Rich.
Excuse me, man.
Dirty bastard, you spitting on the floor.
I just flicked this at you, Rich. Let's see if it sticks.
Let's see. Oh, that. It sticks all right. It's dribbling down me cleavage.
All right. Well, the Annabelle doll came to prominence in the 1970s, not my hellbitch wife. As the story goes, it had been a gift for a young nurse, Donna, from her mother. Donna, apparently thrilled with the gift, brought it back to her apartment that she shared with another young nurse called Angie. They did a lot of Scissor Sisters activity in there, I imagine. Nurses
Nice.
were always very sexual.
Yeah.
But before long, the two women began to notice Annabelle seemed to move about the room of her own accord. They'd come home in the afternoon and find her in the bedroom with the door shut. Or she'd move across the floor. But they never saw her move. Then, later, they started finding notes left throughout the apartment, reading, "Help me." The notes, according to the women, were written on parchment paper when they didn't even keep any parchment paper in their house.
How's that doll writing anything if she's got no fingers?
Well, it's a supernatural entity, Carl. It could be a massive fucking demon.
Ugh.
Or my fucking hell bitch wife. The scenario is this, Rich. It's on you, my friend.
All right, okay.
Rich, on a whim, or because he's a fucking freak, brings home a Raggedy Ann doll, very much like Annabelle, and places it carefully on his sex swing. The next day, and I've just realised I've opened this scenario right up into where it's going to go. The next day it appears at the end of Carl's bed,
Oh,
covered
nice
in
one.
ectoplasm.
It's done half my job for me. Where's the hammer and where's that fucking wooden nails gone?
Bobby's changed colour. Look how red Bob's gone.
Bobby's gone right red. Ectoplasm's oozing from his fucking ears and everything. Hey,
This isn't working, folks. I assumed Rich would be more of a willing participant.
Bob's crying.
I'm sorry.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, that I think my wood's gone, my hammer's gone, so I've got to deal with this now.
So you walk past and you
So
think,
I
that
think-
Annabelle doll was on my sex swing.
I was on my sex
Why is it
swing.
on Carl's bed?
Now it's on Carl's bed. Now I do have,
Covered in a milky liquid.
I'm thinking, is Carl taking it? Or is Carl taking it, basically? I'm not going to think...
Carl's
at that
asleep.
time,
Do you wake him?
I'm not going to think anything else has happened, really. I'm going to... I wake Carl up and say, what are you doing with my doll? And what have you been in my bedroom? And took it off my sex swing. So, to which Carl replies,
Yes.
oh. Right. I completely fucks up my idea.
No, I said no, I didn't take it, no. I didn't take it.
Okay, but then from out behind my back, little did everyone know, I was harbouring an axe. Big axe, you know what, you chop the wood off.
Do you aim
big
to
long
kill
one.
Carl? I mean, we'd all want to do that.
Well, that's what I want it to look like first. And as I bring it down, I move it out and I take the fucking doll's head clean off.
Oh, he's actually saved me for once.
He saved you for once.
Hang on.
Okay, carry on.
No, and then the doll's head falls on the floor. And what happens? The body starts moving.
The body starts squirting ectoplasm all over
Oh,
Carl's
that's
face.
it. We were all... Carl
It's
was good
pumping
until this
into
point.
his mouth.
I eventually...
He's vomiting. He's vomiting on the floor. He's uncontrollable. He's shaking like a shitting
Right,
dog.
I turn round, I run out, I bolt the door, and go and make cheese toasty. Yeah, you go and have some some supper. Knowing that Carl's dealing with that, so I don't have to worry about it now.
Seems like an unusual way to treat your friend. Carl, you've still got a doll there. It's scrabbling around the floor.
Right.
4 legs. You're vomiting ectoplasm.
I think my plan is, so I've woken up, and Rich is at the door.
Immediately at the door.
Yeah, Rich is at the door, and it's sitting at the end of my bed, isn't it?
Correct.
Now, because it's full of Rich's ectoplasm, because it's been previously been used by him,
By him in his sex swing.
I'm nice and tucked into my bed, yeah?
Yeah.
And I've woken up. The first thing I see is it on my feet. Immediately, I flick my feet up in the air, and it sticks to Rich's naked belly, because it's so sticky. And it gets mangled. All this ectoplasm gunk gets knitted up into his chest there. Then
He
what
is
I
quite
do is...
hairy.
Yeah.
Then what I do is, with the wooden plank and the nails he used to lock me in, I pick them up, and in the it's gonna be like
an act of vengeance.
No, it's gonna be like one of those like like home runs of the season, like on like the MLB.
Yes.
What I've done is I've flicked the nail up in the air, and I've got this wood, and I've went dunk, and I've hit this nail with this bit of wood, and the nail's gone straight through the doll into Rich.
This isn't a very happy partnership, is it?
And then what I do is I get some duct tape, and while he's going it's all stuck in his chest. I get duct tape and I run round him loads of times.
So he's strapped to the
So
doll.
he's strapped to the doll, and then I just kick his legs, and then I run out and I eat his cheese toasty.
But little did you know that when I came in, I was wearing a bulletproof vest.
No, you
For
weren't.
such an occasion.
You were naked.
No, I was
we all know
I was
you were
naked.
naked.
He walked around naked a lot.
I was naked.
So,
He's
yeah.
naked now.
So that's my plan.
I'd say they were both good plans. You felt you could have nailed him in as well. Just as
nailed
a
it.
final coup de grace.
Well, whilst I'm eating his cheese toasty, I want to hear the pain and suffer. I won't need any tomato sauce. That'll be my sauce.
So this has become rather than a collaboration between friends, this is a
Well, since the first
battle
question,
of cunts.
I was willing to be all friendly and tackle this together, but they couldn't lock me in. He locked me in. So this
Saves
is
me
war
over
now.
sin.
This is war.
I feel that you win, Carl.
I feel it.
I feel
you.
this.
I feel these are all going to go the same way.
I win that one, and you're down to cheese toasty.
What are the chances of you catching this nail perfect and it
I
going
think in
right
the
into my chest?
I think in the motion of everything going on, everything's so high rate. I think it's like you know sometimes when you get a pen and you throw it and it just lands in the pot and you go, that ain't never happening again. It'll be one of those
one of
moments.
those.
I once threw a mince pie across a Christmas do and it landed in someone's glass.
I've heard about this, Bob.
Yes. It was about 20 foot away. It was incredible.
So I win that one.
Yes.
Boom.
Well done, Carl.
1-1.
Well done. 1-1.
Well done.
Thank you.
Moving on. The Enfield haunting.
Not the end field.
Not the Enfield haunting. Does anyone know about this one?
Is that the guy from The Conjuring?
Correct.
He had a string of bad luck, didn't he?
You mean the Warrens?
Yeah, the Warrens, yeah.
Though they actively hunted this shit out.
Yeah. Oh, did
So
they?
it's not bad luck.
Oh, they were the hunters.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were the people getting
Stir
hunted.
the pot.
Well,
They
they
were poking the bear.
They were essentially frauds, but that's another matter.
Well, yeah.
Are you aware of this, Rich? The Enfield haunting?
I kind of am. Yeah, I've seen the film,
Yeah.
and that's about as much as I've done.
Why don't you explain, Bob?
It all started in a quaint little home in Enfield, London, in 1977, when Peggy Hodgson, a single mother of 4 children, heard loud noises coming from her daughter's bedroom. When she went to tell her daughters, to settle down and go to sleep, instead of roughhousing, she found them huddled in the corner with terrified expressions on their faces.
I know the one now. Floating above the beds and all sorts.
Yes, that's it. Over the next
the
few
one.
months, the family encountered furniture turning over, cups filled with water, inexplicably, fires igniting, voices, and the kids levitating above their beds. So there's a very famous photograph.
Yeah, I've seen it. I know it. I can picture it now.
Yes. That's the one. Excellent, Rich.
You can't see that on the podcast. Sorry, people, but done an excellent impression there.
Now, here's your scenario based on the Enfield haunting.
Okay.
Carl comes home from wherever the fucking hell he does when he goes out. Probably goes to the pub with his friends, I believe. Have you got any names of what you do at the pub?
I'd rather
Have
not
you got
get.
any great stories? I'm
I'd
sure
ra-
you have.
I'd rather not get into it right now, Bob. If that's all right.
No, that's
quite-
fine.
We'd
It's
rather
quite-
you didn't as well.
It's quite private.
Thank fuck for that. Considering what he's seen. No, nonetheless, he hears a noise upstairs in Rich's room. Considering what he's seen in this fucking hellhole, he's reluctant to go in, but he perseveres. He's brave. Rich is levitating 3 feet above his bed. He seems to be asleep. What do you do?
You've seen the Disney?
He's never levitated before. This is relatively new behaviour.
Have you ever seen the film Up? The Disney film Up.
I'm aware of Up.
So what I'll do is,
Does
I assume he's all like possessed and he doesn't even he can't see me, but I can see him, and he's all like confuzzled. What I quickly do is
He's confused, but he begins to become aware of his surroundings and what, Carl, what, help me. Help me, Carl. That's Rich's voice.
What I quickly do is, I ring up King Cabs and get a taxi,
Right,
and I go down to the party shop
right.
and I get a load of balloons with helium, and I quickly get back in the taxi, run back,
Right.
go back in the door.
Why did you run back if you're in a taxi?
No, what I get back. The taxi brings me back to yours. Is that right with you?
Yeah,
then?
you didn't run
Yeah.
back then. You got in a
All
taxi.
the while, your
Then-
dear friend is confused and levitating.
And then
in
I
the
run
bed. He wants
up.
help.
I run up the stairs
Yes.
and I get loads of string and I tie like 1,000 helium balloons to him, and then I push him out the window.
You put all 1,000 helium balloons into a cab.
Yeah. Well, no, I attach them to the antenna,
Right.
and then
Seems very unlikely.
I run up the stairs. I attach him to Rich and I push him out the window, and he just goes floating away, and I wouldn't have to deal with it again. I'd go, whatever.
Would you lose half the rent?
Yeah.
That said, you can use his sex swing. Rich, what would you do?
Am I now?
You're floating
I'm
still.
floating.
In your scenario,
Right.
you're semi-aware of what's happening.
I'm semi-aware with a semi,
Yes.
and I'm floating around. Am I like orbiting like a satellite? Am I turning slowly around?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like as though one was on a spit.
Yeah. Slowly turning round. Woo. And then I slowly become more aware. And then obviously there's got to be a presence in the room that's doing this to
You
me.
feel a dark presence.
Dark presence, and it's oppressive. And I think, what can I do? And then I see Carl, and I beckon to Carl to come in the room.
Yes, come in.
Come in,
Carl.
Come in.
That's your voice,
Come here.
Rich.
And I need help. So I asked Carl, Carl, could you tell me a little story about you going out to the pub? Anything. Any one of your little stories will do.
Yeah.
You just tell me one now.
I went to the pub the other day and I sang
And
Robert
then
Williams.
this darkness starts dissipating, and it's slowly fucking, and then it's just gone. I fall back down onto the bed. And you've bored the fucking shit out of the fucking entity, out of the fucking, and it's gone. And I'm fine again. And I've landed on my back, so I didn't land on my semi.
So my pub story's
Pub
bored.
story has bored the fucking tears off the
It's
Enfield
bored the
ghost,
hell beast.
and it's fucking just done one. Basically.
Yeah, okay.
I give that one to Rich. We've all felt that way. Probably a previous 14 times before this episode.
So 2-1 to Rich.
It's 2-1 to Rich.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you any more of my pub story.
Good. Now, scenario 4. The Beast of Berkeley Square. Does anyone know about this one?
Nope.
Never heard that.
It's not my dear wife, Annabelle. Disgusting. Foul woman. I tangled with the Beast of Berkeley Square myself, you know. A few years ago, I got him into a bit of fist fight with him in the car park.
Ooh.
Of course, I beat him. And we retired for a massive sesh in the Queen's Head.
Oh, yeah.
It was an excellent time. Then I fucked his wife. She was quite the beast as well. But no, the Beast of Berkeley Square, obviously London, Berkeley Square, in the 1840s. Sir Robert Warboys boasted that the supposed haunting in Berkeley Square was just old wives' tales. This was a famous haunted location. People would not stay the night due to a mysterious entity that would throw people around the room, you see.
I've got a feeling we're staying the night.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Sir Robert Warboys stayed the night and was found dead in the morning. He died of fright. Other people who have experienced violent behaviour from the creature, who's said to be a shadow person. Do you remember?
I
Did his
remember.
hair turn
Rich.
white? Did his hair turn white instantly?
I don't think so, my friend.
That must be somebody else I was thinking of.
But no, he'd fired his pistol at the wall and then died of fright. And he's not the only one. Now, in this scenario, Carl is doing the washing up in the kitchen. He has a cheeky apron on, displaying some women's lingerie.
Oh, that's classic, man. I love that.
That's classic Carl. He's whistling a jaunty tune. Rich walks in, fresh from watching an episode of The Young Doctors, if he remembers that one,
I remember that one.
and sees the beast. It looks like a madman made of mist, with enormous claws, and it's behind Carl and reaching towards his genitals. It's behind him. You're outside. And you've just come into the kitchen.
What do I do?
What do both of you do?
We both do.
Well, you go first this time.
First, I look, and Carl, I have a look of horror on my face, which I very quickly...
Bear in mind, the creature seems to be made of mist.
I very quickly get rid of this look, as if nothing's happening. So as not to give anything away.
I feel I know where this is going.
Carl, have you finished the washing up?
Not yet.
No? You better get on with it then.
Okay, right.
You need to just turn around and get on with it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and get a Domino's pizza if you fancy one.
Yeah, I'll have Texas
You want
barbecue,
one?
yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so I'll get me
Excellent.
card out the cupboard, and I'll go get in the car, and drive off to the Domino's pizza to get the pizza. I don't know what happens next. It's up to you.
So you're abandoning your friend.
I've gone now. I'm out of there.
So you've just gone?
I've just gone to get a pizza. But you're going to get Domino's. You can hear me going off down the road going... And you're...
Carl,
You're...
And my
noticed
response is
the
what
beast.
happens.
No, there's a response, but it isn't you. That's when you start thinking. And it's not you.
It's not me.
it's
not
the
you.
beast.
So now, what happened? What I say now is what happens when you've gone to get the
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah.
All right, okay.
He's standing behind you, his claws aimed at your tiny genitals.
Okay. My plan is.
It's a crazy looking creature made of mist.
Have you ever
An
seen?
evil face.
You ever seen Sherlock Holmes? Have you seen the Robert Downey Jr. one?
Yes.
You know when he's doing that fight scene, he goes left hand to the cheek,
Yes.
foot to the knee. Well, what I do is I've got my marigolds on. I'm doing the dishes, and I look in the mirror. Well, no, I've got a window in front of me.
Yes, you have a window in front of you.
And I can just see a slight reflection, and I go, "Oh, I've just heard a little." And that Rich has gone to get that. Rich has gone to get that pizza. So what I've done is I made her go. You know, in that voice where he goes, "Grab the washing up liquid,
Yes.
squirt it behind your face," and I've directly squirted the fairy up liquid into this shadow man's eyes. Now, if anyone's ever got washing up liquid in their eyes, it doesn't feel good.
It's made
So-
of mist, Carl.
Well, he's got eyes. I've squirted washing up liquid. It's gone through him, but he's got a bit of a presence. He's got no eyes, but
Yes.
he can feel the ground. So what he's done is he's slipped on the floor, and I've got a scouring pad.
In my mind, he does a Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah. And he slipped on the floor,
Falls on his arse.
and I get a scouring pad. Yeah.
Yes.
And I start scratching him in the face, and he's screaming in terror.
Excuse me.
Yep.
There's a twist, by the way.
What?
There's a twist.
What's the
I haven't really
twist?
gone to Domino's.
Whoa, whoa.
I've run out, put a pizza in the oven on my way out, which Carl didn't see. And I've run into the little cubby hole in the hall. I've got the Hoover out, and I've plugged it in. And I come running in, and I hoover him up the Hoover. I've actually come to your aid this time.
Ah!
My
As you're
God.
scouring his face, I come in and I hoover him up.
It's
and
a joint effort.
he goes up, you know, like fucking Slimer goes up the Hoover.
Yes.
He goes up the Hoover.
We've tag teamed him.
We've tag teamed him. And he's now in the fucking plastic bit, and you can see him going round in the Hoover.
Just two little eyes spinning
And
around.
like,
Ah!
and then we have our pizza.
Well, what type of pizza was it?
It was 4 cheeses.
No, well, I don't want it then. I hate cheese pizza.
I have it then.
Oh,
Well, this is a discussion between you two. This isn't supernatural, is it?
What do we do with the Hoover?
Well, who had more of the impact of him sucking him off, or me making him slip with the fairy up liquid?
I think it was pretty equal.
So that's a draw.
That's a draw.
Oh well,
I wasn't expecting that one, was we?
I wasn't.
It wasn't that till halfway through, and I thought,
He's
So
actually
you've essentially made friends again. You're sorry for
we're friends.
floating him out the window and
yeah, now I'm
nailing him into
now
a room.
I've got Carl feeling guilty now. See,
I know. So for this next round, I've kind of got to be. I've got to kind
you're
of.
on the back foot now, Carl.
Yeah, I've got to owe him a favour.
You're on the back foot. You owe him. And you need to win this
I need to win it, don't I?
to even draw.
it was a shark, by the way, the Hoover.
It was a shark. Was it not Henry the Hoover?
No, it was a shark.
Are you even British? It's got to be a Henry the Hoover.
No, it was a shark.
Sharks aren't very good.
Oh, if it was Henry Hoover, it would have got stuck behind the fucking door, wouldn't it, when I was trying to pull it? Peeping at me like that. And I'm looking at him, fuck, come on!
Come on, Henry.
By which time he's ripped off Carl's bollocks.
Yeah, I would have ripped the fucking nozzle out.
All right. Last scenario. Now are we teaming? We could be teaming. We have to see what happens.
This would be very interesting. It's Bawley Rectory, this scenario. Are you aware of the
Bawley Rectory.
Bawley
I've
Rectory?
heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
I've never heard of it.
It's one of the most haunted, or was one of the most haunted places in England. It was subject to many phenomena, mysterious bell ringings, stones thrown at people, someone attacked by an evil entity, shattering windows, and people locked in rooms. It's sadly been demolished now, but it was acknowledged, as well as the Tower of London, to be one of the most haunted places in England. A truly evil place. Very much like this shed. Here's the game. Rich is outside in the garden admiring his well-trimmed bush. When he hears a high-pitched young boy's voice calling him a bell end, and a rock hits him firmly in the back of the head. Carl is also in the garden, but doesn't see or hear anything except Rich shouting, "Oh shit, me head!" He thinks maybe it's you. You don't know anything about this.
So he's accusing me now.
Well, I don't know. What do you do, Rich?
gonna
You
find
don't
out.
know there's an entity.
Well, you
You
said
don't know the ball erectory entity is there.
you've said there's a young boy's.
Of a young boy's voice.
How
Yes.
how young?
I'd say about 10.
10. It's not Carl then.
Well, it clearly is Carl.
No, it's not me.
But it's not Carl because Carl's voice is like very deep, like a 10-year-old's voice.
Have you met Carl?
So I'm thinking that wasn't Carl because Carl sounds.
Are we
a bit like
teaming again?
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah,
So-
a bit like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, hey,
bro.
Screwed here. Yeah. This is really backfired.
so I'm thinking that wasn't Carl.
Yes.
Carl's over there
Yes.
doing his Kermit the Frog impressions. He's got the hoe and he's just hoeing the soil, turning
just
the
hoeing the
fucking
soil.
soil over. Turning the soil. I can't do that. He's turning the soil over, and so I look around. Can't have been Carl because he's not showing any signs of.
Suddenly another rock flies past
And
your
now
head.
I'm looking at Carl, so I know it's not Carl. So I'm thinking. So,
Hey.
so I turn around.
Hey, dickhead!
Oh yeah, turn around. There's nothing. I can't see anything. It's just coming out of nowhere.
Yes.
I'm starting to get a bit confused now. So I'm thinking maybe now I should go for the pizza for real. this might be the time to actually go and get that pizza. And Carl's going to think he knows something's up because I've mentioned I'm going for the pizza. So
Carl's
he's
just
thinking,
seen a stone whistle past his face.
Well, he's now thinking it's code. He's not really going for the pizza. He's going to go and get the fucking Hoover again or something else.
Yes.
So I get my card again, and off I go. And I'm woohoo, off I go. So it's over to
And
Carl
then the
now.
boy's voice goes,
What I do is
Little boy goes, Domino. Hoo-hoo.
because I no.
you've
I,
seen rocks flying at Rich
Yeah.
now, and it's shrieking
Now
young
you're
boy's
thinking
voice.
now, Rich is gone. Rich is
yeah,
going to
so
save me.
I've seen.
What do you do?
I've seen an image of a young boy in the window up here, but I'm so pissed off with Rich because he's fought me off again. I go, come here. I know you probably haunted people.
You've said he said he's going for pizza.
I know.
did you
I
not?
said I'm going for pizza.
Yeah, you're going for Domino's, aren't you? But I shout up to the window to the boy in the window. I go, listen, mate. I know you've probably haunted people for decades, but just come here. I need to tell you something. So he goes, all right. So he comes downstairs. I go, listen, Rich has been a prick. He left me last
Yes.
time. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to come up into that room. Yeah, I'm going to get all the rocks with you. We're going to go around the garden. We're going to get as many rocks as we can find. And what we're going to do is we're going to call up Domino's. I'm going to go. We've just had an order for a cheese pizza under the name Rich. And they go, oh yeah, about 2 minutes ago. You go,
Four
"Is
cheeses."
it 4 cheeses? And they go, can we? Is it okay if we just cancel that pizza? He's broke down. He's broke down. And he goes, oh no worries. Rich gets there and he goes, can I have the pizza? And he goes, there's nothing here. And he goes, oh hold on a sec. He's clocked on something, so he's furiously driving back. Bear in mind, in the meantime, when he's driving back,
The entity is still there.
yeah, we're there, but
I'm
we're
starving now as well. Think about this.
But we're teaming up now, and as he pulls up on his drive, we're going to open the window and we're going to just pelt him with just everything we can find: rocks, shoes, and we're just going to fucking abuse him. We're just going to, and he's going to cower over. He's going to get into a little ball full of bruises.
Is this good, Daddy? He
Yeah.
says. Is this good?
I'm trying to get
Throw
out of the
rocks
car.
at the man who has the dog lick his feet.
Yep. And when he's finished and he's all battered and bruised, I just say to this boy, I go, cheers, Slim, I do appreciate that. In the next
I
time,
want pizza, Daddy.
Hang on.
and then I take him to Papa John's just as a thank you.
And I'm getting out the car. And on the way back, because you've cancelled me pizza, I'd called into the local Tesco's. And I got a fucking load of Chicago Town pizzas for us. The crust one, you know, one with the stuffed crust.
But now you're being pelted with rocks, Rich.
But as I'm getting out the car, I'm hot, they fucking just splattered everywhere. And I'm covered in fucking tomato sauce and all sorts. And cheese dripping down my fucking nipples and everything.
Pod dog runs out the door
Hot dog runs out. So I was licking.
and licks him and licks him to death.
And you all crowd around and laugh together.
Yeah. And Rich is like, no.
No.
And because Pod dog
I'm
is
crying like Alan Partridge. No.
Pod dog is going so hard on him, his skin starts to like tear away because he's viciously licking him that hard.
He does lick very hard, especially on the genital area.
He does, definitely.
So that's what I would do
I think that was a definite winner.
for.
For you.
Oh,
You, yeah.
Collaborating with
You
the
fucking
entity.
Played me at my own game.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
that's a draw then. What do we do now?
You fight it out
We fight
in
it
the
out.
car park, like I
Fight it
did
out
with
in
the
the car
Beast of
park.
Berkeley Square.
Oh,
And then we go on a massive sesh.
there's no tiebreaker. We've got no tiebreaker.
If you pause the podcast, I'll make one up.
Bob is going to think of a tiebreaker. So we'll be back in a sec.
So I looked into my dark archives. That's my archives, but they're fucking dark. and I found the darkest scenario I could. I had a holiday once,
Oh, yeah.
cabin in the woods.
Oh,
Me and my girlfriend Tiffany were there. We were fucking all weekend, you know? But we did find something. Now, what was that noise?
I don't know. I got invested. I got invested in this
Yeah,
story.
he was joining in by the sound of it.
Fucked in every room. In the shower. On the floor.
You dirty bastard.
In the toilet.
Keep going.
On the system.
System.
At one point, I used the toilet brush in a very intense scenario.
Bobby's-
That's another story.
Bobby's fucking gross, isn't he?
Bob's a bit of a bad man.
Bob is a bad man. Now, in this scenario, you are going to be faced with a similar problem. You didn't know there was a basement to your house.
Oh, wow.
Rich found it when he was fucking about with a Hoover. You've invited Rich's wife, Laura, around for the weekend. Just to take a look around the house and see if she believes all the shit you've been coming out with about ghost kids and shadow men. She walks downstairs into your basement and finds a book.
Oh, yeah.
Both of you follow her down. She starts reading the book. "What's this, Rich?" She says. "What's this?" "What's this, Carl?" "It's covered in human skin and inked in human blood." "I'm going to read it." She reads it. She turns into a stinking hellbeast like my wife, Annabelle. What do you
She
two
already
do?
fucking...
Well, she won't be listening to this podcast.
I hope not, no.
She's turned. Her skin grows hideous. Her eyes are white. Or whiter. She's screaming. Blood is coming from her mouth. And she floats up the stairs at you both. What do you do?
I'm going to go first this time because
I think you should go first, Carl.
Laura is a very lovely woman.
Not after this, my friend.
I'm going to recall a story what happened once. I was locked out of Pete's and the current Mrs. Harper's house once, and I couldn't get in. So I knocked on
Mrs. Harper, who's this?
the current. Our other co-host. Our other co-host Pete is his wife.
Is she a sexual woman?
We have to ask Pete when he gets back.
The answer's no.
But I once knocked on this house and I couldn't get in, and Laura gave me milkshake. So I've got nothing. I can't kill Laura.
Is that a euphemism?
Did you bring the milkshake to the yard?
No. She said, "Do I want a drink?" And I went, "What have you got?" And she went, "I've got a milkshake." And I was like, "That'll do me." So she gave me. So I can't kill her. I can't do anything.
Straight from the titty.
Yeah. That's the way to drink it.
So what I do is I get the book, and I
Laura's screaming and floating at you.
And spewing blood from her mouth.
Spewing blood from her mouth.
okay, all right. What do you think?
You haven't got time to think.
I get
Very much like when my ex-wife was
I run
having
down
her periods.
Fucking hell. I get the book, yeah, and whatever words she's read in this book, I read them backwards, like the Quran.
I see.
And
yeah,
like that. And I try and reverse the
Reverse the spell.
yeah,
But it doesn't work.
and it doesn't work.
Stupid
But
idea.
at this point, I've gone outside the cabin. I've locked it, but I'm reading it through the little window at the top.
Yeah, you're just peeking through.
Yeah, and I'm reading it through, but it's not worked. But then I see Richie comes up the shitter, and he sees his wife Laura's turned into this beast, and this happens. What happens next?
I was in the shitter, obviously. I had curry the night before, and I was feeling a bit iffy. I was playing Pac-Man on my phone in the
Very detailed scenario, Rich.
Yeah, it's important. So I'm playing Pac-Man, and I think to myself, yeah, I'm gonna have to run. Like she's gonna try and chase me now, chase me down. Is Carl dead now?
No, Carl's outside.
Carl's alive.
I'm outside.
He tried to reverse the spell and it failed.
Like in Pac-Man, when the ghosts are coming all around, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to do that for a bit, aren't we? We're gonna have to run.
Are you going whack 'em, whack 'em, whack 'em, whack 'em? Just eating
Until
things
you
you've
find,
got.
yeah,
Eating
until you
power
find
pills.
something. Got to find. I'm looking for my nail gun, and I've got a nail gun somewhere in the house.
Excellent.
I've been putting up some more boards, and I'm gonna have to run until I come across my nail gun, and then I can turn around and go after her. So
It's not like Pac-Man's at like the big one, and now Laura turns blue, and now you're going for her.
yeah, now I've picked up the pill.
Twice the speed.
And I've turned around now. I'm going after, and she starts running.
Yeah.
And now I'm running, and you joining in.
Yeah.
You're trying to block it off one way.
Is there a corridor and you both pop out of different doors?
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
You come out of different doors. You see them overlapping in front of you, so you go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to kill her with me fucking nail gun. And That's pretty much all I can come up with, really.
You're trying to shoot
I'm trying to shoot her with
possessed
my
woman with a nail gun
possessed wife with a
in
nail
a
gun.
Scooby-Doo scenario.
Do you kill her? Do you kill her?
No, I hit her in the back of the neck and it just makes her worse. And she goes into absolute rage now and she's after you now. I've now seen this and I'm thinking, this ain't working.
It's time to get out.
This ain't working yet. It's time for me to exit.
Say, Carl,
Exit stage
I'm going
left.
for a pizza.
I think what we do is we just
No,
Go
right.
outside, Carl. You can
yeah.
trap him in here.
Yeah,
I've dived in,
No,
sorry.
no. To be fair, because he looked after me there, I let him out, and as soon as he comes out the door, I lock the door, and we both run and get a Domino's, and she get left there.
Well, I was going to jump into the cupboard and hang myself up in a coat off the coat hanger. And just sort of hang there until she's fucking gone.
Disguised.
Disguised. Pull my feet up, obviously, because that wouldn't be, my feet dangling down.
It's extremely unlikely, but
That would look like one of them ghosts.
Oh, what I do is I go outside. I go outside and I find this weird, creepy tree. Yeah, and I go, tree, come here. And he goes, oh, I'm tired. What do you want? He goes, there's a deranged woman over there. Can you go kill her? And he kills her.
A tree.
So I've saved the day.
tree?
A tree.
A tree. I've saved. The tree doesn't do its normal antics. It just killed her.
it doesn't do the normal.
No, it doesn't do its normal
Evil
antics.
Dead
No, it doesn't
antics.
do what its
Oh,
normally
I'm
does.
thinking, yeah.
No,
I
it
was
doesn't-
thinking it was a tree from that other film. Where
That tree will
Liam
tug you
Neeson-
off.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or the tree out of Poltergeist,
Yes,
where
that
it
will.
swallows her.
yeah, and it kills her.
She swallows it inside the tree.
So who wins, Bob? You
It's
decide.
impossible to choose.
This is not. I'm swinging.
Because
I'm hiding in the coat.
He's hiding in a coat, and you're trying to persuade an evil tree who's tugging you off at the moment to go and kill your
At least if I die,
beloved neighbour.
at least if I die, I've gone a good way.
I think this needs to be come back to. I
You have
think we need
splinters
to.
in the end of your cock, but from the tree.
Yes, it would hurt. And there's ivy up your arsehole as well.
Yes.
So
Overall,
I think we come back to this.
overall draw again.
It's a draw.
Yeah, we're not going to.
It's impossible. You two are evenly matched in cowardice and inventiveness.
an inventiveness.
Well,
You
thank
can
you.
both take some of the spunk from my vial, and I will rip my pitcher in half.
That's good. I'll settle for that.
That's
Can I
Sign
have
it. Can we have a sign?
Of course.
Can I have his first name? You have his last name.
Yeah, I'll have his last name. Yeah.
Oh,
Nestle.
perfect. Well,
Nestle.
I've
Get massive malls.
Massive Moles.
Well, thank you, Bob, for coming in and
welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
creeping the shit
Been
out
an
of
experience.
us and leaving your man juice on the floor.
Excuse me. Yes, it's quite unpleasant. Sorry, Rich. Sorry. Let me just wipe that off your glasses.
That's fine. Don't worry about that.
Should
Mind
we?
if I use my penis?
You just did.
Yeah.
Should we go into some?
It's better to ask forgiveness than permission, my friend. Now,
Should we
let's
go into some
the
hot news, Bob?
and I can get out of here because I fucking hate it in here.
Well, thank you.
Bob's going to now transform
It's not very sexual then.
into a Pete.
Into a Pete. No, Bob, you make a little transforming noise.
I'm going to enter him from behind
Oh,
and possess him.
Pete's back.
Pete's back.
Pete's back in the room.
You're right.
Pete.
hi,
fucking
Pete.
hell.
Well, that's what right, ready to start.
Yeah.
You missed the main
You missed,
topic.
you missed
What's
most
the
of
main
it.
topic?
We just.
Well, we're
just doing
We'll
the,
have to say another time, but because you've just transformed in.
Why am I wearing a leather jacket covered in like?
Sputum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to. We'll go.
When did I have a perm?
We'll go. We'll go into the hot news and we'll tell you all about it.
Okay.
So let's go hot news.
Hot news.
Hot news.
Hot
News! Welcome back. It's a hot news section. Why does my mouth taste all pasty and weird?
Well, I don't know really. I'd probably want to get that checked out.
I don't feel right, man.
Not feel well.
I'm quite aroused as well. It's very strange. I don't know what's been going on here. Has anyone got any good hot news?
I've got some hot news. So this week
Oh no.
I've got the blame.
You got any crisps?
I've got the
No,
shame.
sadly not, no.
I've got the film Airplane.
Fucking hell.
And he watched
Got bought it as
Airplane.
well.
I watched
There's
Airplane.
2 on it as well.
I've not
Yeah,
seen.
well.
I've not seen
Oh,
Airplane
Airplane
2
2.
yet.
Brilliant.
Yeah, my mate got me that for a present.
But last episode we talked about the best movies of all time. And did you say Airplane?
Airplane, yeah,
And
definitely.
I was
I
like,
said
no,
Airplane.
Oh, did you say
Pete said
Airplane?
Airplane?
and
I agreed with him.
And I went back and I said I'm going to watch your film tonight. And I watched Airplane, and it's fucking amazing.
Isn't it?
It's so
really
funny.
mad in it.
I was I didn't want to because obviously we went back and I didn't want to wake you guys up, but I was like holding my mouth, trying not to, I was crying, laughing. Even bits where he goes like we need to take the doctor goes like we need to take this man to a hospital, and she goes what's that? And she goes it's a building with patients in or something like that. Like stuff. I was crying, laughing. But yeah,
That's not important right now.
that is a great film.
It is.
I might watch the second one tonight.
Second one's very good.
But the first one was really good. I really enjoyed that. So so that was a bit of hot news.
Cracking.
Another bit of hot news is I was talking to a friend, about the podcast and stuff like that. You got a soundboard?
No.
Ooh.
Are you gonna? If I speak, are you gonna play? So I've got a friend and he made a little. I reckon we just end the podcast there.
No,
right.
I think that plays all the way through your story. It's
No,
got
it
to.
don't.
It's got to.
No, it doesn't.
Carl.
What?
Shut up.
Right.
Go on.
Hot news.
Sorry.
So we've got our unofficial members of the podcast,
Yes.
don't we? Like Ghost Hunter Pete. I don't like saying it's like an unofficial member. I had a friend,
Full member.
yeah, because he's not a member, but he's like an unofficial member, and
Same member.
And can you put your member away?
Well, I'm very aroused.
And he thought of the idea of people who come on regularly as guests, instead of going like unofficial members, they should be called shepherds.
I like that.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I like that.
So we've got
That's very
the
good.
three unwise men, and we've got a few
shepherds.
We've got some shepherds that come out and.
That's very good.
What do you like that?
Yeah, I like
that's good,
that.
yeah.
So we've got
That's excellent.
We've got Ghost Hunter Pete, Shepherd,
Shepherd.
Shepherd, go.
Charles Shepherd.
Charles Shepherd.
So that's one idea. So
That's very good.
I can't take credit for that, but me mate said try that. So from now on, Pete, you're a shepherd. If you're listening, I know
Hi,
you.
Pete.
He
Nice
do-
idea. Like
So
it.
he does listen actually. So hi, Pete.
God help your sanity, Pete.
Bit of hot news. I didn't say it last week because I had loads of other hot news. But I've got a new tattoo. It's
Yes, it's very good,
it's my first big tattoo on my right arm, all the way up. It's a big Iron Man. It's now finished, but it's been an absolute pain to heal. It took.
Smart. It is good. Like.
Yeah,
is cool,
it's
like.
all colour. I've wanted to get Iron Man for years, but it took 9 hours in total, and to be honest, I'm not going to be like, oh, they don't hurt, because obviously they hurt.
They do.
They hurt a little bit, but I think it was just because he was going for so long. When it hit, it was 2 sessions, so the first was 6 and the second one was about 3, and it's been an absolute pain in the arse to heal because I lie on my right arm. But it looks amazing. I'm so happy how it comes out.
That's very good.
So I'll give Rob a shout out. So it's Rare Candy Tattoo on Instagram. He is unbelievable. If anyone's from Chester or Cheshire or from Ellesmere Port listening and you want to get a tattoo, go to Golden Dragon and get Rob to do it because he is
amazing.
absolutely amazing. So that's just a little shout out to him. Another bit of hot news. I finally got my new phone upgraded.
Don't make me press this
No,
button.
no.
That's it, Pete.
I went
The
to
birds tweeting.
No, not yet.
I went to E and the guy was saying, "Come back tomorrow. We can."
I got that one. That's good, isn't it?
That's a good one.
Go on, what about the phone? Oh, it's that phone incident. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Phone gate.
So he was like, "Come back tomorrow at 2 o'clock." I was like, "Oh, that's all right. I'll come back tomorrow and get my new phone." Even though it was 5 days until I could actually upgrade. So I came back at 2 o'clock, and if anyone is from Ellesmere Port listening, I went to Port Arcade. If anyone knows, it's a bit of a shithole. But I was not. He said, "Come back at 2." Got there for 2, and he said, "It's not here yet." So come back for about 3, half 3. And I was like, "What the fuck am I going to do?" So I walked into our market, the famous market, and I had the dirtiest full English breakfast ever.
It's not bad in there.
It's all right, but I had a dirty full English breakfast, and I felt disgusted. I felt like a pig because I sat there on my own.
A greasy
Yeah,
sausages.
greasy. And I had to sit there for an hour and a half waiting for my phone. I was so pissed off because he said it'd be ready and it wasn't. So I wasted like 2-3 hours of my day and I was fuming. But I finally got my new phone, and the camera's not bad. I've not shown you yet, Rich.
Not what?
But like the camera on the it's the 15. This one. I don't know which one have you got.
14.
So we'll compare the cameras, but the next one we record, we'll see what it's like, and we'll see what the camera's like, and I don't know, it's maybe a bit of an upgrade for for how the filming is, but yeah.
Lots of pictures of your dick.
But yeah, I've not. That's really all the hot
high
news I've got.
definition.
Yeah. Zoomed in, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, can I tell the hot news I was talking about before? In work that we saw. Can we talk that?
Yes.
Should we tell
Okay.
that? Can I tell that?
We might go over here a bit, folks, but it's well worth it.
Okay, right. I don't know if it's worth. So Rich. So I'm not going to say where I work.
No.
But
Please don't.
if you people they might know where we work. But I was on my break.
Let's just say McDonald's.
No, I work at.
No, he doesn't really.
I work at like an entertaining building, like where people come and do something. And I was on my break, and we get different types of people who come in. And I was on my break, and there was booths in work, And for some reason, it was a young couple. I'm going to guess they were about 18, maybe. I don't know. And the girl was sitting down, normally on the booth, but the guy was lying on his belly with his face between the legs, just lying there. So I was thinking, this is a bit.
What's a booth?
No, like a booth. You know, you're like
a
booth.
seated
a booth,
area,
seated area, like seats.
Yeah.
Like long seats. And I was thinking, what are they doing? Like I thought, and I'm going to get a bit gruesome here.
I've got a picture in my head what he's doing.
I think he was going. I think he was kind of going down on it.
He's
But
munching puss.
munching puss, yeah. But I wasn't. I don't think he was because he kept moving. But the girl kept eyeballing me, you know, checking. So apparently, after my half an hour break, and I was sitting pretty close to him because I could see him, I went off and
had a wank.
Finished.
So you're eating your lasagna.
So I finished my shift. Turns out, my manager has to review the footage, just know quickly.
Yeah.
But there was reports of these two anyway, so he checked the cameras, and
He checked the cameras.
he
Checked him several times.
and they've caught them on film of the girl taking her knickers down with his head between her legs, and I think apparently it's like 99% sure that this man was munching puss
Yeah.
in a family
Maybe it was
entertaining building.
It was a medical emergency. Have a look at this. This is very sore. Should this be hanging out like this?
It was.
This looks like a bulldog eating mayonnaise.
Well, this is another thing as well. Because he was lying on his belly, the girl had his hand down his pants.
She had his hand down his pants.
Yeah, she had.
Whose hand is down whose pants?
The girl had his hands down his pants. Well, it was near that. She had his hands down his pants, but near his arse. So I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what she was doing.
She's doing the old...
little putting her finger up his
She's
arse.
giving him a rectal examination.
But yeah, that was an experience.
Just making sure it
his
didn't have
prostate.
anything. Yeah.
So that ruined my chicken burger.
That ruined your punch lasagna.
But yeah, that was my hot news. I got a new phone, new
That
tattoo.
enriched his macaroni cheese.
New phone, new
sandwich.
tattoo, and public, majorly
public
public
humiliation.
PDA.
Weirdly, Sue was saying she'd seen a couple, the current Mrs. Harper, in the middle of the street in Ellesmere Port, and the woman was licking the guy's neck. And necking with him and licking up his neck. Might be the same people, man. She said they were about 18.
It was disgusting.
I've got two little stories that are just dead quick. Once when I used to live with my mum and dad's, I was going to Woodies. I went round the corner and there must have been 15. And they were shagging on the grass verge. It was
Excellent.
broad daylight.
In the Woodies?
No, on the grass verge of our corner of our street, which is it's a dead nice area as well. A little grass verge where it says the name of the road. And I was walking round, and I got perfect eye to eye contact with both of them, and they both just smiled at me. And he was.
It's like that couple in the fast show.
She's bent over. Yeah, she's bent over, and he's giving her one. Broad daylight. It was about 8 o'clock in the evening. Summer.
Did they not run off?
Nope. They just carried on. I just laughed. I went. I just didn't know what to do. I just laughed and went.
Oh.
And still there. They're still going at it.
How old were you?
Me, I was about 27. Something.
Oh my god. I've never bumped into anything like that.
Another time we took the kids to Llandudno.
Same couple.
Same couple. No,
On the beach.
This was like, I didn't like this at all. We've gone up. Have you been to Llandudno where you go up the steps?
Yes.
Up to the Orme?
Yes.
Coming back down the steps, there's this old couple, must have been in the 70s. And honestly, not a word of a lie, she's sitting there like this, and he's playing with her fanny.
No.
Yeah. And I actually said, fuck's sake, get a fucking room. And because my kids were only like 4 or 5, something like that, and I had to shield them. Just went to Laura and I said, "Fucking hell, just get the kids behind me." And just
broad daylight. Like.
Broad daylight. You asked Laura.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
That's a granddad.
They're in the 70s.
That's a cool granddad.
Yeah.
That's a
sexy granddad.
I found it quite disturbing.
Oh yeah,
If it would have been younger, it would have been hot.
Oh, if you're younger, I've been there. Oh.
If it was 2 hot babes.
You go back up there, love.
Yeah. Off you go.
That's gross.
Can I just interject?
Yeah.
The dog's anus is stuck against the window of the fucking shed.
He's actually staring at us through the window, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
It's winking with its one gruesome eye.
poor dog is just sticking his arse up against the window.
Yeah.
It's a protest. It's a dirty protest.
Rich, have you got any hot news?
What news have I got? I have got some hot news, haven't I?
Finally!
Fucking hell.
Finally!
This
Jesus
is
Make a
Christ.
cheese butty or...
No. I've got to weigh in, haven't I?
Oh, he's got to weigh in!
Oh, shit.
Remember in the last episode?
Yes.
I had to
18
lose
stone.
5 stone in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So a week of that's gone now. I was going to eat bananas and soup.
Have
Yes.
Have a fuck. Have a fuck.
What a surprise.
So, I was 18 stone.
18
on the
stone,
nose.
yeah.
So,
Right, here we go.
Have a drum roll, please. Hang on, I see if I've got a drum roll on here.
I'm going to take my hat off.
But I have it all.
Now, I
Go on,
know.
have a drum roll.
Have
bear
you
with me?
shaved your head?
Yeah. I've shaved my head as well, just to make it.
That's not going to make much difference, to be honest. But
Yeah, shaving bald isn't going to lose you 5 stone.
Scales. Come on, people, we must have something.
uh,
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Let it settle. I'm getting on.
18 stone to beat. And it's...
It's flashing zeros. It's malfunctioning.
he's broke the scales. He's gone over 18.
Hang on.
It's all those pot noodles and pre-made toast.
18 stone. Bang on.
So
I haven't put on and I haven't lost anything. I'm quite happy with it.
so in a week's time you were 18 stone and now you're still 18
I'm still
stone.
18 stone. Blob on.
Hang on.
So
This soundboard's going to be on every fucking minute of every episode
I
from here
love
on
that.
out.
Definitely.
So now, are you actually going to eat bananas and walnuts? And
Probably not, no.
It's too close to the
I've only got
now.
a week or so to go now.
You've got to lose 5 stone in a week.
5 stone in a week.
Brilliant.
So, it's not going to happen, is it?
No. Unless you lose an arm.
I just run through what some of my diet. I said bananas and soup. And
Yeah.
I just wrote down what I did actually have. I had chips and savoury at the same time.
I love savoury and
Savoury
shit.
and chips is delish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Oh, could eat that
Macaroni
now.
cheese with potatoes, wedges, chocolates, crisps, pizza, lots of bread, Ben and Jerry's, cookie dough.
Was it 4 cheese?
Lovely.
4 cheese.
4 cheese pizza,
Yep.
yeah. So, what I'd written down, what I was going to have was bananas, nuts, water, and soup.
And you've had none of them.
None of them. And I haven't-
Literally none of it.
and I haven't
Even,
got,
even,
Oi!
even Pod Dog is fuming. that
Hot
he's like,
dog is
He's absolutely livid.
because he's thinking I didn't get any of that.
No? Where's
He's
my
fuming.
4 cheese pizza?
So have you just given up then?
I've given up. I'm just going to be fat on holiday, aren't I?
Here's what it is.
Oh, I've got it. Pod Dog's kicking off big time here.
He's fuming.
You're wonderful the way you are, Rich. Don't even worry about it.
Well, there you go.
He shaved his head.
Shaved my head.
I have no facts onto that.
It took me by surprise because I've never seen you clean. Well, apart from your bollocks, I've never seen you clean shaved.
Clean shaven.
Pete, have you got any hot news at all?
Not really.
Yeah, you are.
I went to a festival
Yeah, go on, tell us
on
about that.
Saturday. Some of it was work related. So we got free tickets to the Cosmic Cape Festival.
Ooh.
So,
Cosmic Cape Festival.
Yeah, it was in Cape Nest. There was a load of bands on.
Anyone we know?
Lightning Seeds.
I've not heard of them.
Pigeon Detectives.
You
know
not
the
got one on
song, you
your
know the
soundboard.
Here's my impression of the Lightning Seeds.
That wasn't.
Not my
Didn't
cup of tea at all.
Didn't they do It's Coming Home with Frank Skinner?
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they did,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they did.
They're a bit wishy-washy for me.
Did they do It's Coming Home?
But we had
Probably
a,
didn't.
I went with our show. We had a really good time.
Yeah, they did.
We ended up fighting at the end. Literally fighting.
You and Charles fine.
Yeah.
I remember you coming in. Charles said she wasn't pissed, but she was.
She was leathered, man.
Eating a dirty Rustler's burger, and
Yeah.
she would
We had a
not
really good time.
shut up. She does this whenever. This was Pete's daughter, Charlotte. She was on the Life in
Yeah.
the Big City podcast.
She was.
Whenever she gets really pissed, she does this annoying Scouse accent. I remember once we went to the Jessups, which we've talked about the Jessups before. It's our local pub that I go to, and she got so pissed. I swear. We went into
Where he was talking to Cilla Black.
we went
Surprise!
we went into our local kebab house and she was screaming at the guy behind the counter going, she's like, give me that fucking burger, I'm gonna fucking eat that, so good. And she was like, I couldn't even stand in there with her, like, she was a fucking
She didn't reach that point.
nightmare. She was.
We had a good dance. We messed about.
Good.
Met all my friends. Well, some of my friends.
And what did they think of Shaw?
thought she was lovely.
What did they really think of Shaw?
Arsehole.
Yeah. Oh, so
Right, and on that note,
should we go into the conclusion?
Let's do it.
let's do the conclusion.
Let's fucking do it.
The Three Wise Men.
Conclusion.
I'm back.
Oh, Bob's back.
I'm back. I seem to be a fat fucker. Well, never mind. So, any conclusions, people, from this journey into darkness, into the blackness of your souls?
Well, I think what I've learned in this conclusion is to never house share with Rich. Because
Yes,
if we house share and our new place is a haunted house, I just know he's going to end up killing me in the next 6 months. So I think that's my conclusion, is just to not live with Rich.
My conclusion is the complete opposite of Carl's conclusion. My conclusion is I should always share or house share with Carl.
Therefore,
Because
you're safe, Rich.
I'm always safe because it's always going
The
to come back to
entities
Carl.
will always attack Carl.
They will. In my world, they will always attack Carl first.
Why are they
and
going
you
for
will
me
always
first?
run.
I don't know.
Because it's funnier that way,
Yeah.
my friend.
Because, it's the ghosts know that it's funny to pick on Carl and Rich. Don't know why.
Because Rich will run.
Rich will
and
run.
Carl will die.
Carl will die.
Oh, Carl will stay and fight, and you'll
I'll
run
go
around.
for pizza.
You go for pizza.
But no, I think this started out... Initially, it was like voraciously powerful sex. You're both fighting against each other. She's trying to get away. You're trying to pump harder. But eventually you work together.
Eventually, yeah.
Bob, as an expert in this field,
Sex. Yes.
have you got any advice if someone was moving into a haunted house?
Into a haunted house?
Yeah, if someone just bought a house and it was haunted and they came to you, what would your number one piece of advice be?
My number one piece of advice would be call me
Call
if you're
you.
an attractive woman.
Oh, okay.
And I will clear the place out for you. And you out.
You dirty bastard. Right, should we wrap this up?
Let's wrap this up.
Bob, thank you so much for coming on. Never
You're
come
welcome.
back again.
I will be back.
Give Bomberi Astid our best wishes.
Of course. Is your wife Laura in, Rich?
She is in, yes.
I'm just going to pop out.
Goodbye, Bob.
Bye, Bob. It was nice meeting you.
Goodbye. It was excellent
It was
meeting
good.
you.
It was special.
You are special to me. And I love you very much.
Yes, we all love you.
Rich, do you want to give us some out-and-out words?
Out and out words.
Oh,
I just want to say to Ghost Hunter Pete,
Why do I look like a specky nerd now?
Red sky at night, Ghost Hunter Pete's delight. Red sky morning, Ghost Hunter Pete's warning.
He's that man's
He's the
always.
shepherd now, isn't he?
He's a
Yes, he
shepherd,
is
isn't he? Yeah?
indeed.
He's done something. He's
very
got
good.
something here.
That's your advice, isn't it?
That's my advice.
That is good advice. So,
Yeah.
Ghost Hunter Pete, you ignore that or
You
take that
follow that
advice,
advice.
or whatever.
Yeah,
But if you need any more advice in hauntings, I'm here.
right, of course.
Where can they find us, Rich?
You can find us on Spotify, on Amazon, on Alexa, Deezer, and any other
Apple
ones.
Music.
Apple Music.
YouTube
Pod
page.
Pod
This is
that, Pod the other.
this is all the three wise men couldn't make it. If you want to,
Oh yeah, the Three Wise Men couldn't make it.
if you-
That's the name of the podcast.
yeah,
I
you
forgot
should
to
know
mention
about it
that.
now. This is our 15th episode. The best way to keep up to
Sarcastic
date,
prick.
the best way to keep up to date what we're doing daily is the Instagram page. So that is just the three wise men couldn't make it, and we post things on the story. You can see what we're up to, and yeah, we let you know what we're doing next. So thank you very much for listening. We're gonna. I think Pod Dog has
Pod
just
Dog's
found.
kicking off.
He's just found another ghost, so I'm gonna go sort that out. So thank you very much for listening.
Goodbye.
Rich, thank you as always for hosting us.
No problem.
The hostess
no
with the
problem.
mostest.
Yeah.
And-
And toasters.
And are we having toast now?
Pizza.
And we shall see you very,
cheese.
very, very soon. Thank you
Over
very
there.
much.